Hey guys, it's Nukin, and I'm going to be talking about the Road Ahead blog post that should be going live later today. It's so fresh off the press that I can't even show you the forum post, but we will be talking about some new Jedi characters coming into the game from the Old Republic era. We'll also be talking about mods, and I have some images to showcase to you guys. Lots of changes coming to mods. One of the biggest requested features were mod sets. They're finally coming this quarter, so stay tuned. I'll be talking all about that and giving you some of my insights in this video. So first off, let's talk about some of the upcoming heroes that will be coming to Galaxy of Heroes real fast. So here's a list of 5 characters, and you'll notice that they are all from the Old Republic era, and this is an effort to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the game Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So we're gonna get a few Jedi, a Twi'lek, and a Wookiee, and also a droid. So we'll be getting Jedi Padawan Bastilla Shan. So she's going to be coming into the game. We'll also be getting another Jedi Jolie Bindo. So I'm not going to go and dive into the lore of some of these characters, but you'll know that all of these characters are in the Old Republic era. And if you've played the game, which I have not, they're all sort of connected in the storyline. And it's interesting that they're releasing or hyping up 5 characters here, which kind of means maybe sort of a legendary event or a hero's journey event coming to the game. And that kind of means maybe we'll be getting Darth Malak or Darth Revan maybe later down the road, maybe even later this year. So that'll be interesting. So that's Bastilla Shan. We'll also showcase an image of Jedi Jolie Bindo. Here he is right here, and here is Bendo. So he was quite a powerful Jedi, I believe. We also have, here's an image of Mission Val from the Old Republic game. She was a Twi'lek, and I think either her or Bastilla Shan were sort of like connected to Darth Revan in a romantic way. I think one of them might have even been married to him, so that's interesting. Then we also have the Wookiee Zalbar, who I think swore loyalty to Darth Revan and followed him around on his adventures. And then we also have the droid T3M4, which I think also kind of followed Revan around on his adventures as well. And sort of every sort of movie and game has a lovable, in the Star Wars sort of genre, has a lovable droid. You know, we had BB-8 for the newer movies, we had R2-D2 for the older movies, and I think for the Old Republic era, the lovable droid is T3M4. You know, I haven't played the Old Republic game, so I'm not super familiar with some of these characters. I will kind of touch up on that, but it seems like, you know, briefly skimming the lore, that all these characters are connected to Darth Revan. And so since these characters are celebrating the anniversary of the 15th anniversary, I should say, of the Old Republic game, and that anniversary I believe is in July or August, we should be getting those characters very soon. And then, you know, shortly after they become grindable or free to play, I wouldn't be super surprised if we got a hero's journey with some of these characters, and you know, we finally get Darth Revan or a version of Darth Revan. So very interesting, some of these upcoming Old Republic heroes. So next up, let's talk about changes to mods that will be coming this quarter. So first off, there's going to be a auto assign mod feature, which will kind of cover basic modding. So right now, what we're doing modding wise would be considered to be advanced modding. And so for the beginners, or for the people that really, you know, are unsure of how to mod characters, there will be some suggestions kind of built into the game's algorithm, which will allow you to sort of successfully mod characters decently well, maybe even better than what you were doing currently. So that's going to be an improvement for a group of players, maybe not everyone that's super advanced and kind of knows a thing or two about mods, but that will be coming into the game. So let me show you an image about how that will look like. So let's talk about the auto assign mod feature. So here is an example that I'm going to run through you guys, and don't worry, I'm going to blow up all these images so you can see a little bit clearer of what's going on. So right now you can see Darth Maul, a dark side Sith attacker. Here's our example. He's running a tenacity square, a potency arrow, a speed diamond, a few crit chance mods. The mods are all over the place. Definitely not in a good situation right now. But when you click the auto assign button in the bottom right, what's going to happen is the game is going to find mods that are decent for Darth Maul, and so the game has now found that you have a bunch of crit damage mods and some crit chance mods, and actually a 4-piece crit damage set and a 2-piece crit chance set is quite good on a character like Darth Maul. So the game has sort of, I guess, built in an algorithm of decent sort of recommendations for mods, and then all you have to do is click the assign button and it's going to take out the tenacity, the potency, and the speed arrow that we had before, and it's going to replace all of the mods with those sort of auto assigned suggested mods. So very cool. This is going to help beginning players. It's going to help people that have been playing the game for a long time and either still don't understand mods or are just too lazy to mod characters correctly. This will definitely help some players like that, and it'll also help everyone when a brand new character comes out, having some sort of at least a go-to recommendation starting off. And you can see after we click the auto assign mod button, now all those mods have been replaced with the recommendation of the crit damage set and the 2-piece crit chance set. So very cool. That is going to be the auto basic modding feature that'll be coming to Galaxy Heroes shortly sometime this quarter. So now let's talk about the next bullet point, which is about balancing mods. So Capital Games has sort of a goal in mind to make some of the mod sets that are already in the game, like defense mod sets, better. So a 2-piece defense set right now is typically, for almost most of the time, even on tanks sometimes, not the preferable 2-piece set to ever run unless you have really good secondaries. And so what they want to do is they want to create more diversity, so they'll be buffing, I believe, some underused or sort of underpowered mod sets that are currently in the game. So that'll be very interesting. Also, they state that the speed set will be not getting any sort of buffs. They think that the speed set is quite good already as it is, so don't expect any buffs or changes to sets that are probably popular or already very strong. Speed sets are, you know, definitely widely used in the squad character arena all the time, so that makes sense. But some other sets that, like, you know, the defense set, and I wouldn't be surprised if they buffed also, you know, maybe the potency sets or the tenacity sets. Those aren't very used too often as well, so that'll be interesting. It'll create a more diverse sort of mod meta if there is such a thing, so that'll be cool. Next, let's talk about what they're calling mod loadouts, which we are calling mod sets, and this has probably been mostly the highly requested quality of life feature since maybe the last year or year and a half, and it's finally coming to Galaxy of Heroes. And so I have 3 images to showcase to you guys, and this is how it's going to kind of look like. So we talked about basic modding. Now this is the advanced modding. So advanced modding is kind of like how modding was or is currently right now, and so they're just calling it advanced modding now. And so here we're in a character screen for modding, and you can see in the very left here which mods are being used by particular characters. So on the left we have a potency arrow on Magma Trooper and a tenacity arrow on Rex and a crit damage arrow on Han Solo, etc. So that's going to be helpful to kind of visually see which mod is being used by certain characters. So that is definitely a nice little feature. And then in the bottom right, when we press loadouts, it's going to pop into this, and this is where you can actually save tabs or sets of your mods. You can even name the set, and then you can actually transfer these loadouts to whatever character you wish, and it's going to unequip the mods and then put it on the character that you want to put those mods on. So basically everything that we ever hoped for with mod sets is coming to Galaxy Heroes very soon. This is going to make mod management very, very easy. And so I'm very glad that it's coming to the game. I think that a lot of players are going to definitely appreciate this feature, and I like that you can actually name the set so you can kind of get a gist of what the set is doing. So that's going to also be cool, so you don't have to individually tap what every mod is doing, etc. So let's backtrack for a second. So we were looking at a character earlier, and he was using a bunch of random mods. I believe this is CLS actually, a bunch of white mods. We went to the loadout page, we clicked that, we picked a set, and then suddenly you'll be back to this page on the advanced modding tab. All you have to do is click confirm, and that layout, that mod set that you had pre-built is auto assigned now onto the character of your choice. So this is so cool. We have mod sets coming into the game. I thought I was dreaming when I was skimming the Road Ahead blog post, but it is actually coming. It is actually a reality. It's not August. Well, maybe it's August because they do these posts every 2 or 3 months. So maybe it will be August, but it's coming soon. And so just the fact that it's coming in the next few months makes me super excited, because managing mods has always been a huge pain and it only becomes worse over time. So that's going to be mod loadouts. Now let's talk about the final point, which is going to be talking about mod slicing, something brand new as well with mods. So now I have a few more images to showcase, and this is about mod slicing. So you'll see in the top right there's going to be a slice button, and what slicing does, it upgrades the secondary stat of your mods. So essentially it makes them better. So if there was a particular stat that you were looking at upgrading, like you wanted to upgrade your mod speed and the secondary stat, then you can actually slice the mod and turn it into a higher quality mod, giving it an extra upgrade. So speed is going to be one of those big ones, flat offense, crit chance, potency, some of those good secondaries that you wish you had a little bit more of, but you couldn't even get to that status before because the quality of mods right now, it's green, blue, purple, gold being the best. Of course, white is the most basic and worst one right now, and based off the color you could only get so many upgrades. So slicing is going to give a random secondary stat on your mod an extra upgrade, so that is very cool. So slicing mods will basically increase the depth of your mods currently on the characters that you already have, and depending on what you're looking for, you could basically turn, you know, a sort of average mod currently right now into an above average mod, or a very, very strong mod like a god tier mod into an even better mod. So very interesting. It will be kind of random, but if you slice enough mods, you should get, you know, an increase in quality of the mods on your characters. So very cool. That's going to be called mod slicing. A few more points that I want to talk about mod slicing, and then I'm going to wrap up this video. You can only slice mods that are 5 dots or 5 stars, so you can't slice a 4-dot mod, for example. And then also in the mod battle section of the game, you'll be acquiring a salvage that you'll be using to slice these mods, so that's going to be important. And also you can slice a mod multiple times, so if you so desire to take a green level mod and upgrade it all the way to the gold tier and upgrade it, you know, 3 times, you could do that if you so desired. So you can basically unlimitedly slice some of these mods. I'm not sure what happens when it gets to the gold tier, but I'm sure we'll get some more information in the upcoming weeks. So that was my super rush video talking about some highlights of the upcoming Road Ahead blog post coming later today. Drop a like if you thought this video was helpful and informative to you guys. Drop a comment down below what your thoughts are on some of these upcoming changes, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Cheers.
The Force will be with you, always.